everybody. So this is going to be my last video of 2025 in this planner. This is the Sterling Ink B6 Slim Common Planner Compact, so it has less pages in the back. This is the week that we're in right now, and today is the 23rd. As you can see, I have been slacking off a lot with my it's been hit or miss for the last little bit, and I always start this week off strong, and then I kind of peter out by the time I get to the weekend. And I'm hoping to resolve that issue for next year. This is going to be pretty much everything. I do have some other ones, as you know, but like this is going to be every day, all day type of thing. There's no journaling in this one, though. And there's no journaling in this one. My journal is in a B6 Slim Sterling Ink notebook. And I only used half the year this year, so I'm using the other half for next year. And we'll see how that goes. I'm just not even switching it out of the thing. I'm going to put this back on it because it was cute and I liked it. So there. Today I had coffee, and then I had half a bagel sandwich. And then I had the other half in the afternoon. So this is the middle point here, which you can't see because I haven't drawn it in yet, is my 2 o'clock point. I didn't even do my water, I didn't do my top 3, I didn't do shopping, I didn't do notes. I'm kind of at the point where I'm just like, meh, whatever. I need to take some of the notes that are in here and move them out and into something else, and I think I've done that already. I think some of them I put in here, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I don't particularly like disc planners, even though I have one for work for next year. But, yeah, they're not my jam. So I'm thinking of like selling pretty much all of my disc stuff and a lot of my Happy Planner stickers. So yeah, I haven't really used them. So that's what's going on with this. Let's take a look and see what I did work with for most of the year. Well, let's see. This was most of the year. This right here. But what else did I have for the year? Let's see. I'm trying to find a place to put this. I stuck everything in a box. This is what I started the year off in. And I had this, and I had this, and I had this. And I have a Happy Planner for my memory keeping stuff. So this is kind of chunky. Like I can't even keep it together. So next year, for my memory keeping, any of the little tidbits of stuff that I want to keep, I am just going to put into a file folder, and I'm just going to keep them in there, and eventually maybe paste them into something small. This was my planner for my finances. I don't feel like I utilized it very well. It was never where I wanted it to be. This, I can't believe I just absolutely never ever used this. This was awful. Like this was a whole, yeah. I think I went from this one to this one to the B6 Slim. So, and this was my social media, or no, my health and wellness. Some of my health and wellness. Not all of my health and wellness. So, yeah, I'm kind of bummed about this. And then this was supposed to be the one and only. And so we have tabs on all of the months. And then we have tabs on all of the weeks. And then we have tabs on the horizontal weeks that I put in. And then we have tabs on more horizontal weeks for journaling. And then my tracker, my monthly tracker. So, yeah, and I wish I had stuck with this. I really do. I wish I had stuck with this. This was a full year, had all the pages in the back. I did rip a bunch of them out to use for scratch paper and other stuff, so they're not in here now. You can see that I did surgery on it, and now it's looking kind of... But I wish I had stuck with this, because this, I'm going to try, so what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to do what I had planned on doing in here. And I think part of the problem is that I don't like the large Moterms. Like I had this in a Moterm cover, and it was just way too much. And so I need like thinner covers and smaller covers. And I should have put it in... I should have put it in this cover. This would have been the best cover to put it in. So, what happened there? I don't know. So, and I know it's too early to plan for 2027, but going into 2027, I seriously might get a Hobonichi again. A cousin. I am not liking the feeling of these covers. So, yeah, I would prefer a cover that was like either like the Hobonichi cousin cover, which is just a cardstock cover, which gives a little bit more support than this, or something that is not, doesn't have like a plastic coating over the top of it. So, yeah, so I'm going to try and do what I was going to do here, but in here for 2026, and then we'll see how it goes. So I'm really bummed that I spent the money on these 4 items and I barely even used any of them. Which has me concerned about 2026, you know. has me concerned about 2026. Really. So I don't want to carry around my finances with me, and I actually bought something else for my finances that's coming in that's going to be a 5-year monthly calendar. So, and then I won't need all of the space in here for my finances because this will just end up being social media. Like I already started putting in like income, um, selling, buying, which I guess I can still do. I don't know. I guess part of the problem is that I keep trying things out and nothing sticks, but I'm not giving it time to let it stick. So maybe that's part of the problem, is that I need to give it the time to let it settle in. So yeah, so there's no way around it. I am basically going to be in this for the whole year. I have decided in my so for this year's book, I was in it for 3/4 of the year. So I did not do the first quarter in here, but I did all of the rest. So I did everything else, but I didn't do any goal planning, goal setting, or anything like that. So this was a little bit too small for that particular stuff. This has the goal setting pages, but I don't know if I'm just gonna pick my top 3 things to work on each quarter instead of trying to work on a bunch of stuff, you know. It's hard. This is for scripting, which is a daily notebook. I've already gone over this with you guys. And you're probably like, what is this thing? Tracy, what are you doing? This is actually for something I signed up for online. It is a year of writing to reveal who you really are. So you can do it online, like you can use your computer or you can use whatever. But I like to journal, and I have journals, so I'm just going to use this is Astrology B6, and I just have it in a cover that you can actually use this cover in a traveler's notebook. And I tried it in a traveler's notebook, but I'm like, I tried it in my Wonder Woman one, and I just couldn't. And I've come to the decision. I said I would never sell my Wonder Woman one, but I'm going to sell my Wonder Woman B6 Traveler's Notebook. And I'm going to sell... I have a lot of B6 Traveler's Notebooks I'm going to sell. I'm only going to keep maybe 2. And this Chic Sparrow is one that I'm going to keep. And I haven't decided on which. I think the other one is going to be a Speckled Fawn Undyed that I have stashed in my stuff. It's basically an undyed. It's lighter It's lighter than this. So I think those are the two I'm going to keep. Excuse me. And I'm going to get rid of the rest, and I'm going to get rid of some of my Moterm covers, my apricots. If I'm not using them, I don't know why I'm going to keep them, like the half sheet, the half page disc one. I'm going to get rid of that. Possibly going to get rid of my A5. Also possibly going to get rid of my A6 rings. And my Traveler's Notebook size one. Yeah, so, because I'm really not into Traveler's Notebooks right now, and I haven't been for a long time. So yeah, so I'm going from, let's pull out that stack again. So I'm going from this, I'm going to this. This is what I'm going to go into. From So this is what I was using right here. Let's zoom it out a little bit here. There. So this is what I was using. And this is what I'm going to use. Nah, okay, I'm crazy. I'm officially crazy. So this is a daily, this is weekly, weekly, daily, daily, weekly. So these three are dailies, and the rest of these are weeklies. It should be fine. And I am not doing morning pages. So there we go. And I don't even think I'm going to continue using this. I think I'm pretty much done. I'm pretty much ready to wrap it up, put it away. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to put them away. Those Archer and Olive boxes are wonderful because I can just stuff a whole year's worth of stuff in them. It's great. Alright, where does this pen go? Does not go there. Does not go there. Does not go there. I don't know if I want to use it for that. I think I'm going to use it here. I think that was the plan. So yeah, sorry about the rambling, but I think we got it under control. We're good to go. So going forward, I have plans to do a video a week like I did in 2024 with some other content in between. And I have already started planning it. Haven't started planning it in here, but I've started planning it. So, what is one of my goals for this year? So, I'm using the Moxie Life goals topics. All right. So, my biggest one is health and wellness. And my second biggest one is to move. So, those two are taking priority out of everything this year. Those are going to be the highest. Those should be worked on every quarter. Let's see what I have for my quarter. Where's my quarter goals? This is quarter goals. Fun and rec. So you can see how the ink on this, like, feathered. I was using one of those Klena pens, and then I had to switch over to a ballpoint because it just was taking too long to dry. But I feel like some of these things intermingle, so yeah. I have a lot of trackers. I've set up these trackers, and then I have my trackers at the beginning for my sleep and my steps. And then I have the yellow is going to be my blood pressure. This greenish color is going to be my weight. Symptom tracker. I think I'm going to do my food here. And I think I'm going to divide it by, I'm going to try 4. This is how I have it mapped up now, 4. And then if that's not cookies, if that doesn't work for me, I will do 3s instead. So, and we shall see. I've been chomping at the bit to get into this. So, there we go. Alright, I guess I spent enough of your time rambling on, so I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for stopping by, and let me know what you guys are using for your 2026 planners, okay? Or what you wish you were using already. Take care. Bye.